Both PBLs promote active student engagement and focus on authentic tasks that require independent problem solving and collaborative group work. The teacher prepares the inquiry, problem, or project parameters and then steps back to allow students to follow their natural curiosity and personal interests. Both PBL models allow students to create, invent, and discover in processes that teach them how to work through frustration, failure, and ultimately persevere in tasks that will prepare them for their futures outside the classroom.
An actual, honest project. I need them to learn something that will be reflected in this format. Then I'm looking at a process that will result in the project that I expect. You have a project and you focus on that structure. There is a process too. There is usually some type of question that leads them to some tangible piece of demonstration of mastery. If I'm doing problem-based learning, which is really preferable to me when I can get them going, the students are focusing on a specific problem. And in the best world, it is one that they have come up with. It's a question that they are trying to address. It's an issue they're trying to correct. And so they come up with and structure the question, and the actual emphasis is put on one or more solutions. Some people have a difference of opinion as to which one they're going to focus on, and it just doesn't really matter to me. I'm going to use some form of all of them. We're going to look at the collaboration. We're going to look at something that is not a closed-ended multiple choice question. We're going to look at the open-endedness. We're going to look at the student's voice and choice. We're going to look at all of that.
After discovering that many new students still felt uneasy coming to school in the morning, one kinder teacher decided to implement a problem-based learning activity that also incorporates some aspects of project-based learning. I'm distinguishing this as problem-based because the goal is solving a problem. Students decided to interview various teachers, asking them questions so students would feel more comfortable in their classrooms. Since I see all students, I was interviewed. Here's a brief excerpt of the interview filmed by one of my 5th graders.
Your job at school.
I am the art teacher at Castle Hills for all the students at the school.
It says, what is your job? What's your job?
Art teacher.
Oh, so there's one more.
Okay, go ahead.
What do you like about our school?
I love this school because everybody's like a family. We all take care of each other and help each other out. We're like one big team. That's what I love about this school.
Do you guys have any other questions? What else do you want to get to know about Mrs. Stroud? What's your favorite color?
Oh, what's my favorite color? Can you guys answer that? Do you know? Have I told you guys before?
No.
Grace
Purple.
and Raven are wearing it. Very good. Purple. Purple's my favorite color.
In my own classroom, we began a project-based learning activity last week at the beginning of school. Students are writing, acting in, creating signs, directing, and filming videos to share their understanding of the art room rules and have a little fun. Each video link is posted to our art room blog, and students are enjoying viewing the work of fellow students. The classroom is very loud as individual groups work on their chosen skit, but there have been no discipline problems because all students are actively engaged. Students are collaborating, making choices, creating, and presenting discoveries, all while having a lot of fun. If I wanted to switch this project to a problem-based learning activity, I would identify the problem as making sure students know the rules in art to maintain safety and a healthy working environment. Students would work in groups to determine the issues and possibly interview students from other classes and grades. They would then pinpoint the key information that students needed to know and create a way to present it. So you can see there are many similarities between project-based learning and problem-based learning. In project-based learning, the end product drives the learning and forms the basis for the curriculum. It's a production-type model. The teacher helps to guide the research and oversees each step of the process. There's still room for variation in student choice, and students choose how they display their learning and for what audience. In problem-based learning, the teacher presents a complex problem. The problems are connected to real-world context and are more meaningful to students. The solution depends on student choices. They work through problems and create their own solutions. They focus on risk-taking, and it prepares students for more complex tasks in their future. In Daniel Pink's 2006 book, A Whole New Mind, he discusses what he calls 6 essential aptitudes on which professional success and personal fulfillment depend now and for our children in the future. Those 6 aptitudes are design, story, symphony, empathy, play, and meaning. I believe that both formats of PBLs, project-based learning and problem-based learning, incorporate these 6 aptitudes perhaps more than any other instructional model that I've used. I'm just beginning to understand what I can do with both of them, and what I have realized is that students are involved, their faces light up, they're engaged, I've had fewer discipline problems, and we're having a lot of fun.